Hello, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwenscove Tarot. This is a pick a card reading on your past life, what it was, and how it affects you now. Okay, so pile one is the pink pen, pile two is the yellow pen, and pile three is the green pen. Okay, so when you are ready, pick your pile, and I'll see you there. Okay, bye. Okay, so if you've picked pile one, let's move this out of the way. Pile one is the pink pen. Okay, so let's have a look. I'd like to say thank you and hello to any of my returning subscribers, and hello if you're a new face. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to go underneath here. This is going to be your past life. So this one is, ooh, so you were a dog groomer, or you worked with animals, and I heard nature-based. And I'm seeing a lot. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of green. However, with this flipping over, I feel like there were a lot of hurdles, and I heard many. There are many hurdles with. I think it was how you were perceived because of the gifts that you had. Because it's not just dog grooming. This is also to do with how you connected with animals. Now let's have a look. What obstacles did they have in their past life? Wow. Okay, so there was a lot of conflict. You've got Five of Wands. So this is all about, there was a lot of arguments, and maybe you were persecuted because of the gifts that you had of connecting and communicating with animals, because this could have been a time, and I'm seeing like almost mud huts. This is a time when that would have been seen as evil or demonic or something like that. Ten of Wands. There were a lot of burdens. Maybe you had to keep this hidden. Two of Cups. This is how you balanced yourself. This is also connections with others, and I'm hearing your family, your father, and Five of Swords. So there was a lot of shaming the fact that you had this beautiful gift, Now, how does this affect you in this life? Estranged family members. Wow. So this, the fact that you had such conflict with your family, in your past life, this may have actually came over into this life, and it might be actually affecting how you connect with your family in this life as well. Now, can I get a little bit more? Let's see. How does this affect your strange family members? Guardian angels. So you are very connected to the divine, very, very connected. You have somebody who's with you, passed over. So who is this guardian angel? I heard Raphael, and I don't know if Raphael's the one that has the green flame, but Raphael is a guardian angel of yours. He's somebody that guides you, and I heard plants as well. So you could be someone that has a green thumb. You could be somebody who's interested in herbalism, and you still have that really loving, gentle nature when it comes to animals. Maybe you are a vet. Maybe you are interested in animals even now. And I heard conservation as well. Conservation could be really, really important to you. And I heard vegan. And with being a vegan as well, especially if you're an activist or you have very strong passionate, and I heard a Libra, I don't know why, maybe you talk about this quite a lot and it causes conflict in your families now, and I keep getting father. Maybe your father's very stuck in his ways and he doesn't approve of how opinionated and vocal you are about looking after animals. Can I get a little bit more on, is it the gifts? No, I heard on conflict. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely family. And I feel like whoever this is, especially, I keep getting father, they're very stuck in their way. And I think that causes a lot of conflict in your family now, because this is something unresolved. So this is like a karmic cycle. How do they break the cycle? How do they break this karmic cycle with family? Wow. Okay, you need to walk away from it. And also, it's not just walking away from it. This is about understanding your own self-worth and knowing that some people are born into their soul families and they click. And sometimes you'll hear stories of people, like you might have friends as well, who are like, there's absolutely no issues in my family. We get on all really well. Nothing bad's happened to them. And it's because they were born into their soul family. Not a lot of us are. A lot of us are born into the families that we choose before we're reincarnated. We choose that path. But that means that there will be a lot of conflict and there will be karmic cycles that we have to work through, because it helps us to ascend. It helps us to find out what our purpose is. And this is just saying, do not take your value of who you are as a person by how your father or that father figure places value on you, because this is a karmic connection. And karmic connections aren't always bad, in the sense that they teach us. They teach us how to forgive, how to let go, and how to grow as people. So if it is a father or a grandfather or an uncle or something like that who puts down how you connect with the world, how you connect with animals, how you connect with your sense of purpose, just be aware that at the moment they haven't found out what theirs is. They're still going through their karmic cycle. And I had 555 on there, which is about change. It's about, and I heard big change. I feel like you pursuing whatever interest or hobby or passion you have when it comes to animals and how you connect with them and conservation is going to create really big change. I feel like you may be a humanitarian. I also would like to get a little bit of advice on what will happen if they actually, if pile one stop looking for value from the estate strange family and start healing. What will happen? Look at this. You will stop looking at how to harvest that value from others, and you'll start getting it from yourself. Because you look at this woman is dancing, she is in love with the earth. Look at this, she's so connected to the earth. The advice that you're being given is, especially with it being seven for me is about, it can be about conflict and deceit. It can also be about opportunities. With it being this way, it's almost saying that you need to start looking for the opportunities that you want internally, rather than looking to people that are not on the same wavelength as you, because this again is to do with your sacral chakra, and it's also to do with your solar plexus. So it's to do with success. It's to do with how you have a passionate drive. It's how you find your personal power and joy. So this could be looking at growing up, how kind you were with animals, and maybe you were made fun of that. Now the last one here is success. So when you stop grasping for the, what's the word? For the blessings of somebody who doesn't understand how you connect, when you start looking for the blessings that you already have and the gifts that you have, what will happen? Wow, you are going to find your soul family. You are going to find the community that lights you up, that grounds you, that connects you, that helps you to I almost heard like a caged bird set free. So this is what I have for you. This is so much about you no longer looking for value from either an estranged or an absent father. Or the words that when you do see them, there seems to be conflict, like buttings of heads. When you stop trying to get approval from this person and understand that there's only so much that they can give you, because they're still going through their own karmic cycles, you are going to end up finding your own soul family, the people that do understand you. And I would like to get just a little bit more over here. Can I have a little bit more on the community card, please? Oh, wow. There you go. Community card. We've got one. Can I get another one on the community card? One more. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. One more, please. One more. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look what we have here. And we have Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So failure, ill luck, broken sequence, unexpected bad fate. I feel like when you find the community of people that are your soul family, they're going to help you heal so much. They're going to help you connect, and they're also going to help with your spiritual gifts. They're going to help you actually ascend and practice them, and you aren't going to have to feel like you're defending yourself constantly. And they're going to be there when there is that trial and error, and they're going to help support you. And you've also got Queen of Cups upside down. So this is also about trustworthiness. So they're going to help you trust yourself, because right now I feel like the community of family that you have around you isn't supporting you, especially when it comes to your endeavor of connecting to the divine and nature and Gaia. I really, really hope this helped. If you would like to come with me to pile 2, that'll be awesome. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so let's get rid of this one and we're going to go on to pile 2. Okay, oh, excuse me. So, if you chose pile 2, I can't remember now. There we go. If you chose pile 2, you chose the yellow pen. There we go. Let's have a look. So the first card is going to be who you were in a past life. Okay, so let's have a look. Ooh, multiple streams of income. Now this was upside down. So I feel like in your past life, you were somebody who, I heard cunning, resourceful, somebody who had their fingers in many pies, and I heard a businessman. So you can be male or female, but you had a lot of, and I heard inventions. So you had a lot of inventions. Some of them failed, some of them were really, really good. And I heard astrologer. So you look to the stars. Now let's have a look at any obstacles that you may have. I heard blessings. They want to say blessings. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this was a blessing in your past life, one of your inventions or something that you created. And I heard stars, and I keep hearing star seed and star streams and things like that. Something that you created in a past life. One of those inventions was really, really beneficial, and it brought in a lot of money for you. A lot of money. Sorry for wobbling the camera there. My big shoulder. And I heard you lost it all. How did you lose it all? And I heard gambling. Ooh, so you got a blessing there and you got a conflict. How does this affect pile 2 in this life? Okay, so let's have a look. So you've got crown chakra was blocked. So in this life, this is to do with your inspirations, and I heard passions lead. And maybe there is a little bit of indecision or an unknowing of what path you want to take. And it's also about trusting yourself, because with your crown chakra, this is about how you connect to the divine and your own I am presence, like your higher soul, so to speak. And you know, your higher soul is connected to the oneness of everything. And if your crown chakra is blocked, this is to do with yeah, on here it says feeling trapped. Maybe there is a little bit lackluster of how you can connect and how you can, because this is all orange, this is to do with your sacral chakra, how you create fertility, family, success. Definitely with your past life, it's showing you that, you know what, you are extremely abundant. And not only extremely abundant, you have a lot of creative flow. There's a massive connection to your sacral chakra. And if in your past life you actually made it really big, and then lost it all, that wound has been transported over into this life for you to heal. And this one here is telling you, you need to work on how you connect to the divine, because I feel like I heard the word plodding along. You're plodding along without, I think, that inspiration. Oh my gosh, maybe there isn't anything that you have right now that kind of gives you that get up and go in the morning, and it's connecting into that. So look at things that you like doing when you were 8 years old or 10 years old. What did you love doing? What was the thing that lit you up that you could do for hours, that would either make you laugh until snot came out of your nose, or you lost yourself in it? Whatever that is, that's the thing. And that's 1414 on the phone. That's the thing that you need to start tapping back into, because it's going to help kind of put that fire back in your belly, and doing so will help you trust yourself more. Now, maybe you guys lost your faith. Maybe you guys have, moved from one religious aspect to another, or have completely pulled yourself back, and it's almost, there's a feeling of not believing in yourself. But with these here, your past life, you were inventive, you were creative, there's this real feel of being a Capricorn or a Sagittarius, this urge to keep going forward, to work until you get something. And I think what's happened is, as it's transported over here, you're working, but you're playing on the 3D plane of, if I work hard enough, I will then get more money, not realizing that you can actually manifest this in, and you've blocked yourself. Now let's have a look at what obstacle do they need to get over right now? This is that guidance, power. So it's right now, this is to do with your solar plexus, and you need to tap into your inner child. You need to connect with your inner child and go back to when you were a child. What things made you feel small? What things made you feel amazing? There's some shadow work that needs to be done, because I think with tapping in, you are going to also tap into creativity. Can I also get what will happen if they do tap into that creativity? Look at that. Tapping into that creativity is going to broaden your horizon on what is possible for you to manifest and bring into your world. Because with this man holding this world, it's almost like the world is your oyster. And what's that in the corner down here? You also need to look into, I heard health and fitness. So please look where your what sign sits in your 6th house, because that's Virgo. I feel like you guys maybe overthink things as well. When they actually do start tapping into their inner child, what are the blessings that are going to come forward with this 2 of Wands? Okay, so this is looking at heartbreak. Okay, you need to look into your 6th house and look at what it is that in a shadows on your shadow side needs healing, because I feel like, especially with power, this is looking at how you heal. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done in your childhood. Tapping into that, and I know that it's painful to do so, I really, really do, but when you tap into that, and when you face the pain that may have come from childhood relationships, from how you were encouraged to go forward and shine your light, or how you weren't, it will help you to pull back those layers of pain, heal them, pour love on them, and empower yourself. Because the more you empower yourself, the more you're going to raise your vibration, so that you actually do match the law of attraction, which is exactly what you want. Because if you made 10 figures or more in your last life, there's nothing stopping you from doing it in this life. Okay, and what advice do you have on, once this has actually been healed, what will come in for them? Wow, this is knowing that you're enough. This is also, with this moon, this is about endings. And it's also knowing that you'll know your self-worth. And not only will you know your self-worth, you will actually start attracting like for like. And you've got 2 and 6 on there, which is 8. And 8 for me is always about abundance. This is all about how you attract things in. Because remember, we co-create our own human existence. We match what like for like what we give out. And if you are feeling in a place of disempowerment, you need to look at your inner child. You need to look at how those parts of us that made us feel small, or the people around us that made us feel small, because visiting that time again, working through it, whether it's through therapy, whether it's through writing, whether it's through chanting, whatever it is that works for you, it's going to really empower you. And the last one here, once this has been done, what will be possible? Wow, that's a little, that's adjacent possibilities. Everything will be possible. Absolutely everything and anything that you put your mind to will become possible for you. Now, can I get a little bit more clarity on the 3 of Swords, please? 3 of Swords for pile 2. Pile 2, 3 of Swords and healing. How? What should they do? What should they do? And you have here the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is about maybe you're dismissing this. Maybe you have deep-seated trauma. And you know what? We all have trauma from childhood. Everyone, even the people that say they had the best childhood, we all do. And this is about taking that leap of faith that you're going to be caught by the divine. You're going to be caught by the divine if you step into that chaos energy, if you step into your shadow. And you've also got the King of Cups. So this is also, maybe you should look into art therapy. This might actually help you. This is also looking into maybe any father figures that you had in your life, and what happened. What is your earliest memory of being made to feel small or dismissed, or that your light shouldn't be as bright as it was? Because I think looking into this and stepping into that is going to really help you heal, really help you heal. I want to get one more, just one more. Okay. Art therapy sounds like it would be really, really good for you. Yeah, because look, they've got arguments, quarrels, uncertain counsel, advice. So look into your childhood, look into those painful parts. Remember that I'm not a legal, medical or mental health professional. I'm not licensed. And my videos are for entertainment basis only. However, we all heal at different paces. But if you dismiss it, it gets repressed. And when it's repressed, it becomes stagnant. And that is what's going to stop you from connecting to the divine. That's what's going to stop this from happening. And I have a feeling that because there is this karmic cycle, because you lost that money, it's owed to you. And this is the karmic lesson that you are being offered by the universe. Heal this. And all of this is yours. All of that is yours. I really, really hope that this helped. I hope this gave you confirmation and some clarity on what you already intuitively knew. I'm going to go on to pile 2. If you'd like to follow me, you can. Pile 3, sorry. If you'd like to follow me, you can. If you're going to stop here, that's awesome. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. So now we're going to go on to pile 3. So pile 3 is the green pen. Here we go, pile 3. So let's see who you were in a past life. Okay, so this is going to tell us who you were. Oh, court ruling. Wow, wow, wow. And I heard judge. So you were a person of importance. But I'm also hearing high priest or high priestess. And why did that fall? And I heard ruin. There was ruin. And I heard I ruined it. So I don't know. And I heard bribery. Wow. Okay, this is a little bit chaotic, isn't it? In your past life, I feel, and I heard law. Like you studied for law, or you worked really hard in passing a bar and becoming either a lawyer or a judge, but something went wrong. Because when you look at those scales, they're not tipping equally, they're not in equilibrium. And with that fire as well, so you let something burn. And I heard addictions. So maybe in a past life there were addictions that got in the way of you continuing on your purpose. Can I have a little bit on what it was that created conflict or an obstacle in the past life of pile 3, please? Don't invest. Also, there were some messy investments. And I said, I heard going broke. And it didn't work. And how does this affect pile 3 in this present life? Let's have a look. Okay, who wants cake? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. I'll eat yours and mine, spoilt. Have my cake and eat it. I want everything. I'm really sorry. But it sounds like in this life there is difficulty maybe in taking responsibility for some things. Maybe there is also this subconscious need to overdo things. You could have an addictive personality. Especially with I'll eat yours and mine. Spoilt though, it could just be that, you know what, when you think of children that are spoilt, it comes from insecurity and it comes from lack of boundaries. So if you in a past life were pushed to work really, really hard, and maybe in this life you're pushed to work really, really hard by your own parents, or maybe there's that expectation that you have to do certain things to get approval, and with that don't invest. Something went awry, something went right awry, and You probably had, to other people's eyes, a really sweet deal, a really sweet life. You know, if you're working as a lawyer or an attorney or in the court system, you had a lot of money, but it wasn't enough, because you can have, you know, when you look on Instagram, for example, you'll see influencers and they look like they're having the perfect life, but 5 minutes before they could have had a massive argument with their partner. So what people saw on the outside wasn't the same as what was seen on the inside. And with this don't invest, it's almost a calling to now that you are investing your energy in the wrong places. And with it being pink, this is all to do with your heart chakra and heart wounds. And it's my party, I'll cry if I want to. Maybe there is some hurt there or some insecurities that have been passed over from your past life, and this is the karmic lesson, or what they're offering you here is it couldn't be healed in the last life, so this is your chance this life to pull up those recesses of your shadows. What are the things that make you feel insecure? Especially, and for some reason, birthdays are really important. Maybe they're really important in a way that you don't celebrate them, or you feel like they should be celebrated because there's some sort of lack of attention that's given to you at other times. Now, let's have a look at this one. Can we have some more clarity on what is hurt, what was passed over that needs to be healed in this life? Trust. Okay, and especially with your heart chakra, and I was feeling that with your heart chakra, if there's insecurity, especially if you've got a guarded heart, this is very much about healing relationships that make you feel insecure or make you feel small or make you feel like you're not important. And whenever I see a deer, and I remember this for myself, whenever I see a deer, this is about the fear of letting go, because deers, you know, they run gracefully through the forest wherever they wish to go. They are grounded. They're guided by their senses, but also by their intuition. And it's second thought, you know, and it's a difference for them going left or right between staying alive or dying. So as much as they're very grounded, they're also constantly in a state of not anxiety, but fight, flight, or freeze. And I feel like this is what this is pulling towards. And maybe in your past life, there was this fight, flight, or freeze. And when it came to investing, there was no trust in self. And this is also to do with your solar plexus and how you find joy, and how you are guided. And your guides alone, look, they're right behind you. They're constantly backing you. And you have these two beautiful birds here as well. You need to not only trust in yourself and that you can do anything that you want. You literally have so much power within you. You can do and you can achieve anything you want, but this is also about how self-love and how you perceive love, so how you give it and how you receive it. And there's a massive heart block here, and this is all to do with trust and the lack of trust that you had in your last life. Can I have a little bit more information on trust and how pile 3 can heal the heart wounds that they have? Okay, so this is the moon. This is about pulling away any illusions that you have put in place about people, about those that you connect with, about experiences that you've had in the past. And it's also to do with how you trust your intuition. Your intuition will never lead you wrong. Fear will, though. And the difference between intuition and fear is that fear will create a story in your head. It will keep going, and it'll be like, yes, but if I do this, blah, 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 blah. Whereas your intuition is quiet, and it is that hit, and you might get goosebumps, or it's a knowing. And you are being asked to look back at conversations or maybe even interactions and relationships that you've had and pull away the illusions, pull away that voice that tells you that you're not good enough or that it was your fault, and look at it as an observer, a third party, watching it as if it's a movie. You know, if there is an experience that has really hurt you, it could be childhood, it could be romantic, it could be job. And that was 2929 on the phone. Pull yourself back from it without the emotion and pretend that you are explaining this, or your friend is explaining it to you. What advice would you give? What advice would you give your friend if that was happening to your friend? Because that's the advice that you need to take for yourself. And I know that it can be really scary to take those actionable steps. It can be, but healing is scary because it's going into the precipice of what we don't know. It's coming outside of our comfort zone. But I feel like doing this is really, it's going to break those karmic cycles and ties so that in your next life, you're not going through this again. And it's also going to give you peace of mind and empower you. Now, can I also get, I'd like some clarification on what is the next step? What's the next actionable step for pile 3 in healing their heart wound after they have removed these illusions? Look at that. This is about communication. This is speaking your mind, okay? So if you have repressed heart wounds, whether that is to do with your birthdays, whether that's to do with people missing out on important times in your life, whoever it is that comes to mind when I'm saying that, you need to speak to them. This is the actionable step that you need to take. But with that crown on there as well, it's talking about doing it with grace. So if there is a lot of emotional wounds behind that conversation you need to have, write it down first. Send it to them in a letter, in a message, in an email. Outline what it is that you'd like to speak to them about in person. And when you do, take some bullet points if you need to. Take breaks, take breaths. But you need your voice heard. And I heard therapy. Maybe you need to go and speak to someone about this. And remember, I am not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed mental health practitioner. And my videos are for entertainment values only. But if this resonates with you, please reach out to those services. Reach out for those services and get the support that you need. What will happen? This card is what will happen if you take those actionable steps. What blessings will come towards you? Look, this is storm and it's upside down. It's going to calm the storm within. It's going to calm the storm within, and this is blue again. Okay, this is what it's going to do. It's going to bring up all of those things, that pain, that loneliness maybe, but it's also, and look at that as well. It's going to break the chain. Because look, it's going to break the chain. And it also reminds me of that Marvel, there's a Marvel program, and I cannot remember, it's called The 10 Rings, Someone and the 10 Rings. And he was so powerful. This is going to empower you to set boundaries for yourself when it comes to relationships and how you perceive love and how you receive it. It's going to help you to receive it without feeling shame. And lastly, what else? What other blessings will this help? Will these actionable steps of healing the heart chakra do for pile 3? It will help you love yourself, and it will help you to attract like for like other people that appreciate you for who you are, rather than you feeling like you have to meet certain expectations or that you don't deserve it. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Now this reading's been a bit longer than the other two, so I'm going to quickly get a couple of cards here. Can I get a little bit more, please, on, let me have the storm to Ace of Swords, please and thank you. Two cards, please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Okay, the first card, we've got 2 cards right here. This is amazing. Right, you've got 3, so I'm going to take all 3. When you start speaking, you're speaking up for yourself, and you start verbalizing your hurt, and you start healing that heart wound by trusting yourself, not only are you going to start matching with the vibrations of appreciation for yourself and people coming in. Look at this. That's amazing. You are going to bring in the relationship that you actually deserve. And it's going to come in really quickly. And it's also going to give you the discernment and the self-trust to know when other people come forward who want to bring conflict in your life, you are going to have that confidence and power to say, no as a full sentence and be like, I don't deserve this because my heart wound isn't there anymore. No, thank you. That is beautiful, pile 3. Okay. I hope this resonated for you. I hope it gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already knew. I'd like to say thank you to my returning subscribers. I love you so much. Thank you for helping this channel to grow. And if you're a new face and you like what you saw, I'd love for you to hit on the like, subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content. Sending you love, abundance, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome Wednesday. See you in the next one. Bye.